Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to ATS OwnOps. Good morning. In the last episode, we kind of drove through the night, sorry about that, and in the morning, but the sun was a bit skeptical, was a bit lazy, but the sun came up now, and now I think it's going to be a very nice time, very nice weather, daytime driving this time, so I'll make it up to you from the previous one, right? And yes, we still have our trusty, not anymore rusty Mack, all tuned up, brand new engine, brand new paint job, brand new transmission, same old Alan sleeping right there. But yes, much better on the highways now, as we've demonstrated in the previous episode. My goodness, could not imagine. I actually reached 70 miles per hour without the engine complaining on me. Goodness, that's a record. Good. So yes, we have around, actually maybe around 200 miles to go, more or less. But I think we should be able to finish the trip in this episode. We'll see how it goes. Regardless, I think it will be a nice trip all throughout. We're going to Lakeview. I'm actually not sure if we've crossed Oregon already. I guess we must have a while back, because we started in Idaho and we're crossing over to Oregon, so we're headed westbound towards Lakeview. Lakeview is somewhere we've been to before. I think it was the long route that we took from, was it from Bellingham to Lakeview? Something, I think from Washington to Lakeview, something like that, or even from Canada to Lakeview, but from north to south. Now we're doing it from east to west. All roads lead to Lakeview apparently. Look at these sights. Bridge shot. Oh, we have our thumbnail. We have our thumbnail right there. Yes. Good. Not a lot of cars right now. I think it's still a bit early. What time is it? Actually, it's 9:40 in the morning, but then it's winter, so I guess it's harder to wake up. It's harder to resist the cold. It's nice to sleep in when it's cold, right? It's cold enough. Good. And yes, of course, engine braking all throughout as much as I can, because I love that purr the engine brake makes. And it's just great how it lessens the wear and tear. I'm actually not sure if it's implemented here, but we're doing it anyway. Like if you're using your engine brake more, as much as you should, then your service brakes shouldn't get worn down as easily. I wish that's implemented, because there is the wear and tear feature here in this game, right? We do have wear and tear on our trucks, on our parts, but I'm not sure if like stepping on your brakes so much increases that wear and tear. I sure hope so, because I think as a truck driver, as an owner operator, we have to be very careful with our equipment. It's ours and we have to take care of it. That goes with whether you own something or not, but even more when you own it, right? Take more care of it. And so we have to do all we can to minimize wear and tear as much as possible. That's pretty heavy. I'll have to switch gears, but 1 second. Once we level up a bit, I will switch. There we go. Just a quick shift. That's more like it. And climb better this way. Good. Yeah, we're carrying some TVs right now. Pretty nice pay on these TVs. Must be quite expensive. Must be those 70 plus inch TVs that you start seeing these days. Goodness. Fit the entire wall with it. barely fit in the trailer. But yeah, that's good. So we get paid more. But yeah, I wonder how that works. For those, for our truck driver friends there, whether you're an owner-operator or a truck driver, or you just know about the industry, how does it work? Because I doubt that's how it works in reality. Like, do you... but maybe it kind of does. Let me ask it this way. Does the pay of the driver, does the pay of the job depend on what you are carrying? So if you're carrying something that is expensive, like a TV, it pays more than if you're carrying like empty pallets. Is that like, does that pay vary, or does it vary more because of the weight of the trailer, the weight of the load, the weight of the length, the distance that you have to take it? Maybe that's what factors in more. So the weight of the load, the fragility, maybe it's more expensive if it's fragile. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking about it in terms of like when you're trying to ship something through the third-party logistics companies, right? DHL and other companies. Normally they tend to price your goods based on the weight mainly and the distance it has to go through. Okay, looks like we'll have to stop. That's fine. Oh good, no worries. No problem braking here. Very powerful engine. Barely have to step on the brakes. Alright, let's see how heavy we are. 60,000 pounds in total. That's what? 3,000 tons maybe? 3,000 US tons? Something like that, I think, right? 2,000 is the conversion rate from pounds to short tons or US tons. If I still remember my maths, my conversion rates. Good. 10 a.m. Cloudless sky. Awesome. Good weather all throughout. Can't complain about that. Lakeview. Okay, I see some signs pointing towards Lakeview. That's a good sign. That means we are getting pretty close. Continuing on to 20 West here, I think. Are we branching out to 395? I don't think so. But yes, just follow the road. We'll get there eventually. Alright, entering Burns. This is not really where we're going, but I think we'll have to pass through the town. Yeah, looks like it. And then it's a right turn towards... I'm not sure what road that is. Let's keep an eye on the signs. Good. Let's not use our engine brake here. We might disturb some folks. There we go. 395 south or 20 west. I think it's the same. I think it's one of those overlapping roads. Yeah. That one. 20 west and 395 south. Either way. Yeah, just passed by Burns. There's no like bypass road, huh? Interesting. I wonder if that's how it is in reality as well. And look at this. It says truck stop. But it's a bit too small for a truck stop, isn't it? And it's not really recognized in the map. So I don't think it's a valid one. I think it's a fake truck stop. Maybe it's a work in progress, something they're starting to build. Maybe they're noticing the truck traffic in here, something they can leverage. That would be a nice rest area right near, what do you call that, downtown, I guess, kind of, in the middle of the city, the town. Not too shabby. How cold is it right now? 29 degrees Fahrenheit. That is something like, I don't know, -2 Celsius? Still pretty wintry all throughout. And from what I've heard from you guys, yes, pretty cold these days. Some people have been getting negative 20 degrees Celsius. That's, I think, what, negative 11 Fahrenheit? The Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion is a bit weird, right? When it gets to those colder temps, they kind of reverse. There must be a curve there somewhere, like a Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius curve. And at some point they intersect and they go the different, opposite ways. Maybe I'll plot that in. No, I'm sure someone has done that already. I'll have a look later. I'm curious now how that chart looks. Okay. Looking good so far. I love the bendy roads. Nothing too much though. Nothing too extravagant. Nothing dangerous. Just bends that you have to be mindful of. But nothing that you really have to slow down. And yes, I was actually expecting that we'll get that problem now again because, I mean, we have a more powerful setup now. We are built more for top speed. Less torque, but more top speed because of our transmission, our differential ratio. So I was expecting we'll have to slow down more. But the truck is very balanced by default, so not really a problem actually. I barely have to slow down. But then again, it's maybe the engine brake as well doing its job for us. I really enjoy engine braking with this. It's like a reward, you know. When you want to slow down, use the engine brake. And you are rewarded by the less wear and tear on the brakes, on the service brakes. But also, and more importantly, you are rewarded with the amazing sounds. It's a valid, so every excuse I can make to turn on my engine brakes, then I will definitely take them. The road textures here are very nice. I like that worn out look. Very nice. I don't see this often. I wonder if this is an Oregon specific road texture. Yeah, very nice, huh? I like it. White all over the place. And for those who are wondering, if you're new in the channel, you're wondering why the roads don't have snow when everything else has. Yes, this is Frosty mod, but I modified the files a bit. Check out the video description for a few more details on how to make that work. But you'll basically have to delete a folder inside the Frosty mod archive. So you can remove the snowy roads but keep everything else snowy. Perfect contrast, I think. Good. Are we still on 20 west, 395 south? Let's have a look. Yeah, looks like it's a straight road through and through. 60 miles here. We can do that. Yeah, I'm pretty confident about that these days. Top speed is not going to be an issue. Fuel wise, 3/4 of the way. So yeah, the fuel still gets consumed pretty easily, but at least it's not that bad anymore. A bit more aggressive braking, we need to slow down a bit more. There it is. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, it's a bit windy, these parts, I think. So let's balance it out. We'll really have to be on top of our power management here. As you can see, the roads are very zigzaggy. 45 on this bend shouldn't be a problem. Oops. There you go. 395 it says. Okay. 395 south is where we are. Kind of makes sense. And yes, you have some parts on the sides where the snow is starting to thin out. You can see some green parts in here now. Maybe winter is starting to be over. Probably not. That's probably more of wishful thinking than anything else. It will probably take, I don't know, a month or more before we start getting the glimpses of spring, huh? I don't think we'll be that lucky. Slow it down. Let's ride it along, enjoy. Coasting it through. Oh, that's beautiful. Just engine braking. But I'm not sure, does the Mack engine have a jake brake? I'm not sure if it has a jake brake or just an engine brake. Because the jake brake is like a type of engine brake, right? Like it's like a proper name. Here it says engine brake. Probably not. I don't think it does. Either way, it sounds amazing, so not complaining. So if I remember correctly, the jake brake is what's the full name? Is it Jacobs brakes? But it's basically an engine brake that is branded as a Jacobs one, something like that, right? So it has its own, like, I don't know, maybe patented style or its own way of implementing the engine braking, and that's what you would call a jake brake. But not all engines use that, so not all engines have a jake brake. They do have engine brake, but it's not a jake brake. That's what I got, at least. As always, feel free to fact check and guide us towards the correct principles. Oh, I see the destination. There it is. Lakeview is up ahead, guys. We did it, and yes, looks like we've gotten great weather all throughout. Ooh, feel bad about these guys though. Hope that looks painful. Hopefully everyone was okay. I don't see any ambulance, so I hope everyone is fine. Goodness. But yeah, I think it was a blind spot here. Probably one of the guys stopped or was slowing down, and one of the guys was too fast, couldn't brake fast enough. Maybe something crossed the road, I don't know. Is this road prone to those kinds of things? Wildlife? Deer or whatnot? No idea. But I haven't seen any signs, so I don't think so. Normally when you have those roads filled with wildlife, they kind of warn you about it, right? Alright, let's see. 395 south. Yeah, I think that's where we're going basically. 140 is a left turn. At least 140 east, I think. 395 south or 140 west is this way. I don't think we need to worry about that anymore though, because we're actually stepping off the highway and getting into Lakeview itself. I'm just looking for the sign. Where is it? Welcome to Lakeview, maybe? Log trucks. What about log trucks? Is it not allowed? Are they not allowed in here? That seems like... What does that mean, guys? When you see log trucks like that, log trucks what? Slow down, prohibited, or go here. It's like you call their attention, but for what? Maybe I missed a sign with more context. Looks like not a lot of people in here right now. Maybe they're busy at work inside the offices. Doesn't seem like anyone's outside. Well, I guess anyone would try to minimize being outside these days, seeing how cold it is. That kind of makes sense. Hey, it's the what do you call those guys? The dancing guys. Those ones. Always fun to watch. Cheers you up. Oh, and is there a hot dog man nearby? Not sure, but there is a hot dog stand. 140 west, okay. But yeah, but the signage is pretty good, right? All throughout, we've been reading signs. We've been trying to see which highway we're getting on. and we've been guided the entire way. I'm not sure if Oregon was this way before, so I think it's been just the constant updates in different versions. They keep improving it bit by bit, sneaky updates. Okay, I think we're delivering this to UPS, so it should be this one. I would imagine they're going to give us something a bit challenging. I don't see any cones though. Let's get a bit of space in here. Oh, there it is. Okay, should be pretty straightforward. I think we can probably go straight, then make a U-turn. I don't want to do a blindside reverse on this. Yeah, we can turn around so we can be facing the opposite way. That should make it a bit easier to park, I think. Right. Let's see. Okay. So from here, make sure I don't nag, I don't nudge any of the trailers. I think I should be able to go around like this. If you hear a dug, then you know what happened. And just go straight like that. There it is. Just straighten the wheels a bit. Okay, I think that works. Have to be mindful of this side though. I'm a bit too close to it. Yeah, that might work actually. That looks good. We do have space now there on that side. Okay, that looks good. Alright, it's nice. Go that way first and then turn it the other way. There you go. I think I went too far. Yeah, I went too far. My bad. Let's make that right. The only problem with this Mack R is that, yeah, if you notice, the mirrors are very far from the center. I really have to look to the left. If you have like a head tracker, a track IR like what I'm using, or something else, that should be a bit easier. But if you're using the mouse, that can be quite hectic sometimes. Well, I guess you could use the overlays, right? The overlay mirrors. Okay, so let's move there and then turn it back in like so. That should work. You do have plenty of space here. Well, that shouldn't be an issue. There you go. Straighten it out. Looks good. Okay, I think that should be okay. Yeah. We just hit something? Maybe I reversed too much? Okay, there it is. There's the green. The green is still so hard to find, to notice. So oftentimes I kind of reverse too much. Alright, that window is closed. This guy, with a workout, that should be fine. After all the workout we've been getting from the steering wheel, that crank is nothing. Okay. Good. Alright, let's get paid, guys. Deliver some TVs. Ketchum to Lakeview. Very nice. 20k, just like that. Level 12 as well. What are we leveling up? Am I trying to upgrade my fuel economy? I wasn't so sure. Yeah, I guess we could. We could get high value and fragile cargo as well. Or long distance actually. But I think rank 4 up to 1600 miles, I think that's good enough for now. So maybe let's instead increase the high value. Let's max these two out. I don't like the just-in-time delivery because it rushes us. So not a huge fan of that. We'll take that last maybe. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for joining the delivery with me. We made it. We have nicer wheels now, new transmission, and it works. Perfect. So now we can save up in earnest for a brand new trailer, the Mack step deck. Or if you have other suggestions, I'm okay too. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next episodes. Clumsy Trucking, and bye-bye.